Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. September 6th is 401k day, and we have Caleb Silver with us. He's the editor-in-chief over at Investopedia, and we're going to learn everything you need to know about working your 401k. Thanks so much, Caleb, as always, for joining us. And let's get into the basics. What is a 401k plan?
A 401k plan is a defined retirement plan sponsored by your employer. So it's named after the Tax Act from which it came from, and it's 401k, and that employers contribute to your retirement, can match your contribution that they take out of your paycheck pre-tax.
All right, let's talk about some of the logistics here. What are some of the limits, the loans? Can you roll these over?
Yeah, so the limits are $19,000 you can contribute to your 401k every year. If you're over 55, you can kick in an extra $5,000. That's new. But you can borrow against your 401k. We don't recommend it, but people can do it in an emergency, and it happens a lot. And in terms of rolling them over, when you leave your employer and you go to another company, as long as they have a 401k plan, you can roll it over penalty-free. All
right, now what are some of the rules for withdrawals and when you actually retire and access your funds?
Yeah, so if you access your 401k before your retirement age, you get a penalty on that, a tax penalty on that. But you can take drawdowns against your 401k once you've reached that retirement age at a preset limit. So it's one of those things that's kind of waiting for you and grows over time as long as you've invested in it, and the returns compound year after year. So it's a great way to grow your wealth. It's a great way to invest passively as well.
Well, it's also great if your employer contributes to it as well. It's free money.
It's free money when your employer matches it or matches a part of it. And a lot of folks don't know that their employers do that, so they should find out, and they should find out how much their employers are willing to match and make sure that they take the maximum, because like you said, it's free money. If your employer is willing to match your own contribution, or at least a percentage of it, you have to take that match as far as you can.
So if your match is 6%, for example, I should at least be putting that 6% in.
Absolutely, and a lot of folks don't. Only 21% of 401k holders actually max out their 401k contributions every year and take the match from their employers, which is just like leaving money on the table. This is a defined retirement plan. It's there for you, and it helps you save money towards retirement in ways you don't even think about because it's automatically coming out of your paycheck.
Is this different than an IRA? What are some of the differences?
Well, the difference is that it's employee sponsored. An IRA, an individual retirement account, is something you can set up without an employer. A 401k is an employee sponsored plan, so that's the big difference there. In terms of the mechanics and the contribution levels, they are similar, but they are both there to help you set aside money for retirement tax-free until you hit that retirement age.
All right, let's wrap it up with the good and the bad news of 401k investing. Let's start with the good news.
The good news is 401k balances are at record highs, and you can thank the stock market for that, especially the last 10 years. Now, that's coming out of a big trough during the financial crisis 10 years ago, but folks that have kept their money in the market from the financial crisis, 2008, 2009, 10 on, have done very well. So average balances are very high, and if you look at those average balances, it's about $130,000 for the younger generations, the younger millennials, up to about $350,000 on average for baby boomers. So money in 401ks is high. The bad news is that nearly 70% of Americans don't actually participate in 401k plans. Some of them don't have the option to, but a lot of folks that have the choice don't. And the other bad news is that women have far lower 401k balances than men, and that has everything to do with not being paid the same amount for commensurate work, and we got to fix that problem. So women have some catching up to do there, but they haven't been paid commensurately with their male counterparts.
All right, and of course we can find all this information on Investopedia.com.
We love 401ks and have a lot of content there, so come anytime.
All right, Caleb, thanks so much as always for joining me.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on 401k Day on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.